Welcome to day 18 of the Lent Devotions. Today we're going to be focusing on Colossians 2, verses 8 through 15. See to it that no one makes a prey of you by philosophy and empty deceit, according to human tradition, according to the elemental spirits of the universe, and not according to Christ. For in him the whole fullness of deity dwells bodily, and you have come to fullness of life in him, who is the head of all rule and authority. In him you were circumcised with a circumcision made without hands, by putting off the bodily flesh in the circumcision of Christ. And you are buried with him in baptism, in which you were also raised with him through faith in the working of God, who raised him from the dead. And you who were dead in trespasses and the uncircumcision of your flesh, God made alive together with him, having forgiven us all our trespasses, having canceled the bond which stood against us with its legal demands. This he set aside, nailing it to the cross. He disarmed the principalities and powers and made a public example of them, triumphing over them in him. So basically, this passage, specifically in the verse that states, in him the whole fullness of deity dwells bodily, states and emphasizes the fact that Jesus was human like us, and Jesus is everything that God is, right? So he has the divine qualities, divine attributes, and divine essence. And so the reason that we are not supposed to be swept away with all of these different philosophies and also worldly images that we think we are trying and should be trying to become more like is not something we should stray away to and also make it our goal to become. Instead, we should emphasize that our goal is to become more Christ-like, and everything that we need is in Christ's image, and we are complete through Christ himself. And so with this passage, we can see how it cross-applies to the topic of how Jesus Christ, who forgives sins, is very important for us to remember, in the fact that we don't have to be perfect, but the more closer we become to the image of Christ, the more we can become not as worldly, and we can become more holy and live a more holy lifestyle. And this is really important for all of us to remember, because of the fact that day by day we can see more and more philosophies of empty deceit, as the verse states, according to human tradition and according to the elemental spirits of the universe, are becoming more and more common, and we are not going according to Christ as we should be in verse 8. And so this means that it's really important that we emphasize this and make it our goal, or a daily goal, to become more Christ-like. And this is how Colossians 2 verses 8 through 15 can be really helpful for our daily lives as Christians, and how it can help us lead more and more holy Christ-like lives.